Hey guys, this is Zero. We are going to be talking about Tiberium Alliance and their business plan right now. This isn't any kind of insider information or anything. This is just what I've picked up from poking around for about half hour, 45 minutes, doing my research on how the system works. I did a little bit of math here and there, so I wouldn't be doing it live because we all know that's just bad. If you watch anybody who does YouTube videos, when they do math and math, I'm saying math, uh, live, they screw it up every single time. Alright, so for Tiberium Alliances, the way that they make money, the way that EA Games can afford to have this great game up for us, is by us paying. They have somewhat of a unique system. I haven't seen this exact system employed in any other game, and I try to stay on top of this kind of thing because this is important to me on how the game works, whether it can be pay to play or not. If it can be pay to play, I'm like out. If there's a door, if there's a window, I'll climb out the window. I'll like delete the account. I won't even just not log in anymore. I'll delete it and never ever answer their emails ever again. So how it works is the basis is play for free funds, which doesn't really make sense as it's the way they monetize the game, but they can name it whatever they want. So the way it works is you buy funds. Here, we'll jump into that. You can pay. I'm in Canada, so obviously these are Canadian figures, and all of these numbers will be in Canadian dollars. However, at this point of making the video, Canadian dollar and American dollar are so close that the PayPal conversion will give you 98 cents either way. If you take a dollar American and trade it to Canadian, it'll give you 98 cents Canadian. If you take a dollar Canadian, trade it to American, it'll give you 98 cents American. Just because PayPal's a B like that. Yeah, so all of my math has been done with either the biggest or the smallest numbers. Most of it has been done with the 50,000 because if you're going to play seriously and you're going to spend quite a few play for free funds, you're going to want to get the biggest one. You don't want to get a small one because it's inefficient. The big one here, I have the math here, sorry if I keep looking at the sheet. For the biggest one, it's 8 cents for every 100 play for free funds. For the smallest one, it's 11 cents for every 100. So that's going to cost you a lot more to get the small one. So if you plan on using more than what's in the small package, get the bigger one, for goodness sakes. It only makes sense. But yeah, their payment options are fantastic, but we're not actually there yet. So what do you get for play for free funds? Why would you buy them? Well, first off, as you know, this is a real-time game. If you're going to sleep or you work 12 or 16-hour days, you are not going to be as good as you can be because you're going to miss out on things. The resource packages, the ones that collect, you never see them higher than a 2 on my account because I don't pay money. Which means when I sleep, I am losing resources I can't collect. The packages are packages the mines and the power plants produce over time aside from the regular production. You can collect those. Now, why would you pay for more, you say? It's an excellent question. If it can hold 3, then you can go longer without logging in. There's no reason really to get any of the upgrades if you can log in every 20 minutes. Unless you're planning a really big attack. But none of us can log in 20 minutes. I mean, I'm married, I have a full-time job, I do this, I occasionally sleep, I really enjoy eating, and I even play Call of Duty sometimes. I don't have time to log in every 20 minutes. So the benefit is that you don't have to log in as much, or it gives you a little bit of an advantage to save up and do big attacks. So for the sake of resource packages, I looked at making it plus 15 for 30 days. That's a lot. That means you can go pretty much all day without logging in. If you work for 12 hours, you don't have to like sneak on your smartphone like I do at work sometimes. I don't know where my phone went. I was going to show you. Like I do at work sometimes, like play O-Game and Tiberium Alliances and like log into like 100 different games on my break when nobody's looking because I don't want them to think I'm a loser. Hopefully they never find these videos. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, so the 15 plus 15 packages for 30 days is 4,499 play for free funds. That works out to $3.59. That's for a month. That's not that bad. So $3.59 for a month of daily logins to collect your resource package. Now that's not if you're super serious, but you still want to succeed. For the sake of $3.50, buy the stinking funds. I'm probably going to do it here soon-ish. Depends. Tiberium Alliance is being very helpful. EA has been very helpful, or whoever they have in charge of this game has just been great for me. So I think I'm definitely going to go ahead and buy some funds, and that way I can show you guys a little bit more how they work. The other options we have on this main purchase screen is also repair time. And again, I'm ignoring the beginning ones because Honestly, if you're going to get them, there's not much point in getting the beginning ones. You just want to go all the way. You can get the bigger beginning ones if you want. The only difference will be the ratios will be smaller and the benefits will be smaller, which is bad. Unless you have a specific reason, in which case you're smarter than me and you're going to do it that way. So repair comes out for 2 days, which means you can hold 2.5 days, which is 48 plus 12. That's 60 hours of repair time, which is a lot. If you're not going to log in for like 24 hours, you definitely want to have that so it doesn't put you behind. Because repair time is a resource. As you attack, you'll need repair time. If you're out of repair time, you can't attack anymore. So repair time is resources. You have to remember that. You're not buying resources, but you're buying a really easy way to get them. So this, for 2 days, extra repair time over the course of 30 days. That's your storage. It doesn't give you extra repair time. It's just that if you hit 12 hours, you don't accumulate anymore. You want to avoid that, and that's what this does. It's 2,299, super random number, but it works out to a convenient $1.84. It's $1.84 for a month. So that makes it what? Just over $5 to get 2 days on your repair time and up to 15 packages for a month. That's 30 days. That's $5 for a month. That's not bad. That's cheaper than any other game. Do you play World of Warcraft? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Do you have Xbox Live? You definitely know what I'm talking about, man. I can barely afford to play COD anymore. Alright. And then just off to the last one. As you can see, my wallet is empty because I'm broke. Are you guys watching this video? Maybe, I don't know, if you want to buy me some points? Just kidding. I do plan on buying points sometime in the near future. Command points. This one's good if you want to have a big attack. Or again, if you're not going to log in for a period of time that's going to exceed 100 command points worth of time. Because you get them one at a time over time. So if you're going to be away for 24 hours, you're going to want this. Or if you're planning a big attack that you're going to need a lot of command points for against another alliance or anything like that, you're going to want to get this. So I looked at the highest one. However, I did do the math also for the smaller one, I believe. Just a second, let me check what numbers I have here. Yes, I did. I did the math for the smaller one as well. Oh, no I didn't. Yes, I did. Okay, so for plus 50 for 30 days, which is right here, is $6.99. That comes out to 56 cents. That's nothing. 56 cents is nothing. Get the stupid upgrade, because that gives you a full over half a day, I believe, of command point generation, which means if you go to work, by the time you commute, you're not losing command points, which again are resources that you can raid from forgotten bases or player bases. If you want to be really intense, and you probably won't use this unless you're in a big alliance, look at the big one, plus 900 for 30 days. That's going to be $5,999. That's going to cost you $4.80. Again, not much. If you get all of these, it's going to cost you $15 almost exactly. Way worth it, guys. Spend $15 on this game a month. It's fun. Support the games. They can keep adding expansions. They're constantly adding to this game. This isn't paid for, by the way. I'm doing this because I just want you guys to understand how the payment system works. I've seen a lot of allegations in a lot of the games I've been playing and casting and putting on YouTube lately of pay to play. And it drives me crazy because the ones that anything that's on my YouTube channel absolutely is not pay to play. If it is, the last video you'll see is me going, oh my gosh, this is pay to play, and you won't ever see another video of that game on my channel unless I'm proven wrong and shown that I'm wrong in my assumption. So that covers it for the time bonuses, which will allow you to log in less or save up for big adventures. Also, you've seen I've reduced my screen a little bit because I have tabs open to show you guys some of these things. So just if you're wondering why it's kind of widescreeny. Yeah, so let's look at one more thing. You can buy resources. I couldn't find anywhere where it would tell me how much it would scale. No, that's not what I want. Where it would tell me how much it would scale. But as you can see here, it's 8,000 credits for 149, 6,000 power for 149. Also for 149, you get 12,000 crystal, 12,000 deuterium. I wouldn't say that's something you would buy to get ahead, because that would be really expensive. I would say it's more something that if you're about to go to bed and you have a ton of resources you don't want to lose, if you're really close to building something, you would drop the money and get the resources. You would spend maybe $1 one day just to finish something off, or if you're really close to finishing something, you would spend a little bit of resources to get there. So I'm not going to do the math and try to figure all that out. I would just say avoid using the resource buttons unless you're at that point where you're really close and you want to leave, or you really need something bad, then spend the resources and get that. The time I would say that is not completely correct is with command points. You can buy 12 command points for 249 play for free dollars, or play for free points, maybe? I don't know, what do you call them? And that comes out to, let me see, it comes out to 20 cents. 20 cents means you can attack a forgotten base. That's pretty good. If you have repair time lying around and not command points, it's way worth it to do that because you can get so far ahead in the game. Again, not really pay to win, I would say. You're definitely paying to get a little bit of an advantage, or maybe make up for something you lost at some point, as you slept in or something like that and lost command points that you would have gained. I wouldn't say it's a feature that you could just stack on, and you can't just buy a million of them, because you also need the repair time for it, which is something you can't buy, I believe. Actually, now that I say that, I'm going to check into that. I'm pretty sure you can't buy repair time. You can extend how much repair time you get, but you can't buy repair time. So really the only time you're using command points is if you're doing something inefficient with them, which is either attacking a player on purpose or trying to advance your alliance in kind of a difficult spot. Would be the only time you'd really need to buy them, now that I think of it, really. So, that about covers what you get in the game, which is important because you have to give the player something. You can't just say, give me money. Like, that's me saying, yeah, okay guys, now you've watched my YouTube video and you think I'm awesome, just give me money, and I'm going to live off that and make you more YouTube videos. You guys are just going to be like, okay, unsubscribe, bye, and I'll never see you again, which would make me really sad. So that's the things they give you in the game, which is really important for us. And it's important for them to balance it, or the people that aren't playing will leave, and we will have no reason to play anymore, and we'll leave and stop paying. So when you go to the checkout, you'll see as you go to buy them, right? And like I said, buy the big one if you plan on using them. If you want to test them, get the small one. If you don't trust the website, which is silly, absolutely trustworthy, buy the small one. You can pay with credit or debit. PayPal, I definitely prefer PayPal online. I'm leery about using credit cards just because it's very easy for people to get a hold of that information. Even though PayPal is a secure way to transfer, I would avoid that. That's just my opinion. If you have PayPal, use it. PayPal is almost invincible. If they get hacked, put it this way, you've got bigger problems. Skrill I've never heard of. If you're familiar with it, leave a comment if you like it. I have no idea what Skrill is. And Boku Pay by Mobile is kind of an SMS payment system. I've heard good things about it. Again, I would still rather use PayPal, but SMS is a good second option. I would use it before I would use credit or debit, or something I've never heard of before. So that's a way you can pay for it. Now let's say you've listened to this and you're like, cool, I'm like so excited to buy more command point capacity. Said nobody ever. But let's pretend you did. But you don't have any money, or you're like 12 and you can't. I remember that. I started playing online games when I was like 9, and I always wanted to buy stuff, and I had the money in my hand, but I had no way to get it there. It drove me crazy. My parents were like, we're not buying that for you. That game says Modern War Generals in the title. I'm like, Mom, please. She'd be like, no, you can't. It says Generals in War. You can't play that game. Right? I kept playing it anyway because it wasn't a bad game. It was text-based, for goodness sake. There was like a little tiny picture of a tank. That was it. But yeah, I couldn't spend money. So for those people, play for free funds. Have another option. You've probably seen something like this before. What this is, I should have hidden my bookmarks bar. Whoops. What this is a way to earn them for free. If you can't pay for them, or you don't have any way to get them, and you have the money and you have no way to get them, you can come here. Just on the side, as Tiberium Alliances grows on my channel, I do plan on doing giveaways. So if you have no way to get them, you can also get them giveaways from me. But that's a little bit in the future. I will make announcements as that gets closer. I'm looking at probably 500 followers or 10 to 20,000 views. I would like to do a giveaway for a couple of the games I'm doing, and Tiberium Alliances is definitely top of the list because I want to give them some money because they've been super helpful. So I'll buy something from them and I will hand it on to you guys. The other way you can do it, aside from waiting for me to do giveaways and hoping you win, you can do some of these things. You can create an account and click confirmation link in your email for Virtual Piggy, and you'll get, within 30 minutes, you'll get 176 play for free funds. I found this one. I tried a couple of things, and they're actually a lot less buggy than you would normally find in this kind of thing, like Zynga Games or whatever on Facebook. This is a lot less glitchy. It's very smooth. Some of them, they give you a lot that you do have to pay for, which doesn't make sense to me. This one, you're actually paying 4 cents less than it would cost you to just get 50,000. So unless like your mom's gonna buy it, in which case you're in 13,000 points. If not, it'd be kind of silly. Swagbucks Online Rewards Program. I believe this is actually part of the affiliate of this. You can get 217 for signing up, confirming your email address, and there's a few like that. So I mean, you can get funds to do a few things here and there. Not nearly the amount, but they do have that option for people that can't afford to pay or don't want to pay. Yeah, so that's really fantastic. So I think that ends my monetization feature on Tiberium Alliances, how they make money, and how it affects you, and why it's not pay to play, why you should donate and contribute to the game, so they can continue to make it better for you, so they can continue to work on the end game and make your life more fun, and that the devs can feed their children, and that I will still have a game to make videos about. If you have questions, comments, rude remarks, go ahead, post them down below. I really am open to questions about this. If you have any questions about any of the payment things, it's one of my main interest in games because it's what makes or breaks a good game. If they have a bad business model, the game's going to suck because somebody's going to pay a lot of money and they're going to win, and there's nothing you can do about it. If they have a really bad business plan, like that they don't make any money, nobody has any reason to pay for it, just like give me money type thing, the game's going to fail because the dev's going to be like, screw this, I'm not making any money, why would I bother? Yeah, they're not like me where I just make YouTube videos for fun. They actually need to pay for things. That's a real thing. They need to buy food. Yeah, so it's kind of a concept that's lost in a lot of the free-to-play community, that it is important if you do have a few bucks, $10. I mean, it's not that big a deal to support a game that you love. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Again, questions, comments, remarks, thumbs up, thumbs down, and play safe.